Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a review video on this hair straightening brush. I have seen these all over Facebook, all over Instagram and everything like that, and you know, I feel like every girl who struggles with the daily hassle of straightening their hair like I do wishes they had something like this. If you could do something as easy as brushing your hair just to get it straight, then that would be amazing. It would take like 2 seconds and you're good. So obviously I really wanted to try this out, and yeah, so I actually have already tried it out a couple of times. I ended up buying this off of a website, well actually it's an app called Mercari. I'll put it in the screen right here so you can see how it's spelled. And basically it's a site where you can sell your used items or gently used or even brand new items that you have and just have never touched, and you can get money for it or you can just use it to buy other things. And I had some credit on there because I'd sold a couple of items, and there was a woman on there selling a whole bunch of these hair straightening brushes for like $15. So I was like, yes, sign me up for that. So I ended up buying one of these, and it came pretty fast within a couple of days. And obviously I tried it right away because I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try it. And I had already looked up a couple of review videos, which I couldn't even find that many review videos on YouTube. So I was like, I definitely have to make one once I get it. Anyways, all the reviews basically were the same and they all worked. So I was like, yep, I need to try it. If your hair is like mine, this is my natural hair and it's just kind of wavy and frizzy, then this is just going to basically give you straighter hair, but it's not going to be silky straight, if you know what I mean. But basically I'm going to show you exactly how it works in a second here, but I just thought I'd give you a couple of little close-ups and just tell you a little bit more about it. So this is the box that it came in. I haven't seen like an actual brand yet that makes these. It just says on it fast hair straightener. It doesn't say like Conair or something like that. But mine in particular says it is HQT-906. I don't know if that's the model. I don't know if that's the brand. I feel like the English in the back just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but basically it's telling you to keep the hair clean and neatly combed. They spelled please wrong. It heats up to 230 Celsius, which is I think almost 450 or 430 or something like that degrees Fahrenheit. So that's about where I would normally straighten my hair anyways. So the brush here just looks like this. It has the on button right here, and then you can adjust the temperature, and the bristles look like that. It looks kind of crazy. They're like kind of rubber bristles, but they're definitely not movable like a normal hairbrush. And then they have these little like red dots all over them. I'm not really sure quite what that's for. I think that might be where the heat comes from. But anyways, and then it has this really nice long cord, which I can always appreciate one of these whenever I am using a hot tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate this to you guys. Right now I just have a little bit of It's a 10 in my hair and some heat protectant. And so yeah, I'm going to section out my hair and just go ahead and show you how this works. So I'm just going to hold in the button. You kind of have to hold it in for a second for the light to turn on. It is just heating up in this little spot right here. And it heats up relatively quickly. It's heating up all the way to the highest temperature is what I would like it to get to. All right, so I don't know if you can see that, but it is at 230 degrees Celsius. So I am ready to start straightening my hair. And the brush itself is actually kind of hot to the touch in the back and the front, so that obviously means it should work. So I just went ahead and sectioned off my hair like if I normally were to straighten it, and like the directions say, you should have really tangle-free hair. If you have tangled hair, the brush won't straighten it as well, so it's really good to make sure you have perfectly combed through hair. I'm just using my tangle teaser to ensure that my hair is completely tangle free. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a little section from the back. I usually take about 1-inch sections depending, but that's what I'm gonna start out with this brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place the brush in. I'm gonna go a little bit slower because I feel like that gives you the best results. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it definitely straightened it. It's definitely not wavy, but it's still not as straight as I would normally have it. You can even flip the brush the other way. Like, I feel like the ends is where it's kind of hard to like control how straight you're gonna get it. And it's also kind of annoying because I feel like your other hair kind of gets stuck in the brush. And then it's harder to get the hairs closer to your head. See, I feel like this piece still could be a lot straighter, but it's just gonna work for now. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and speed up the rest of the process so you don't have to sit here and watch me straighten my hair with this. Alright, so I just straightened this little section of hair, and honestly I feel like it just didn't work to my expectations. And you can obviously tell it's straighter because it is longer than this section. However, it's not at all what I would want from a straightener. I mean, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I can definitely tell in person that it's like kind of poofy and like, I don't know, I like the really straight, sleek look. I'm not really looking for like a lot of volume, I guess. I mean, it definitely like made it straight, but I don't know. It's just not to my expectations of what straight is, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the rest of my hair. And also just something to point out really quick. I have been going over the same section like 2 or 3 times just to get it to at least somewhat of a straightness that I want. So, don't know. I just don't feel like this even, like, I'd rather just use a regular straightener just because it would save me more time, which I feel like the whole point of this would be to save time. But if you're gonna go over the same section like 5 times to get it straight, then I feel like it's not necessarily worth it. But then again, it all depends on your hair type. If your hair is already pretty naturally straight and you're just looking to get rid of a couple of waves in your hair, then I'm sure it would work really good for that. But if your hair is really curly or even just wavy like mine, then I would definitely say don't waste your time. But I will let you be the judge of how my hair looks at the end. And I mean, if this is how straight you want your hair, if you don't want it to be like perfectly straight, then maybe this is something that you would want to go ahead and try. And I mean, I would even try it if you're a little curious, just because I feel like you can get them for so inexpensive. Off of a ton of different websites. I've seen them on Amazon for like $30, which isn't terrible. Like, I spent probably like $80 or $90 on my straightener, so I'm like, might as well try it out just to see if you're gonna like it. But I'm telling you right now, if you want perfectly straight hair, this probably isn't the best tool for you. See, it's like picking up the rest of the hair that I didn't want. Alright, this is the after. So as you can tell, my hair is not perfectly straight, which, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Like, I kind of like the way it made my bangs look, like kind of swoopy and like styled in a way. But other than that, like, it's just not the level of straightness that I wear on a day-to-day basis. I mean, if you're going for like a more laid back, like not too perfectly straight look, then maybe. But I mean, I also don't like how like it doesn't, you can't like straighten these little pieces like as good as you would with a straightener, like the pieces closer to your face. That really bothers me. But I'll show you from the back. Looks like Also, I just wanted to point out, I was thinking about this while I was doing my hair. I watched a video on YouTube or on Facebook or something of the very first time I ever seen one of these brushes, and there was a lady who was doing her hair with it, and her hair was really curly and really kind of poofy, and she just brushed through it like it was nothing, and it made it really straight like a straightener, and I'm like, that's what really sold me on it. So I mean, I personally do not think that would happen if I had really curly hair. It really depends on your hair type. And also just keep in mind that this isn't even like a real brand really, it just says Fast Hair Straightener on it. So I mean, if there's like an actual brand out there, then maybe you should go ahead and try that, because that might work better. It might have more heat setting, because I feel like mine is just kind of a dupe of the straightening brush. It's not really like a brand name or anything like that. So anyways, I really hope you guys found this video somewhat helpful, and if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!